Hey y'all, IrixGuy here, testing, 1, 2, testing the new audio setup here. Make sure I've got audio, pardon this feedback that's probably about to come through. One,
Hey
two.
y'all, IrixGuy here, testing.
Okay, so we got audio, we're good. Okay, welcome back to another live show. This live show's a little bit different format, and I'm getting cued in here with my camera angles and everything, making sure everything's okay. So what I want to do is do something a little bit different on the channel, and this is going to be live golf. So if you want to challenge me on an upcoming match rather, let me know, and we'll try to set that up. Now the game that I'm playing that I'll be using is PGA Tour from 2K Sports 2021. So obviously I got permission to live stream this prior to live streaming, but we're just going to go through, and it's going to be a little bit different type animal because I know a lot of y'all have probably seen video game live streamers and those sorts of people, and they generate a lot of traffic, but primarily those streamers are more interested in the action games and this, that, and the other, and that's something I want to feature. But ultimately, I want to go after something a little bit different, and that's golf. I'm a pretty serious golfer, man. So, I'm gonna play this game, and we're gonna talk through it, and hopefully you can pick up a few golf tips. Feel free to super chat. Again, that's the way to support the channel. I am an independent YouTube channel, so it's your support and your viewership that enables me to continue to grow. And you can find all my merchandise. Let me get some water. Get me some water over here. I hope y'all can hear me okay. I've got my my lavalier. Well, actually, it's not a lavalier. It's just it's a wireless mic. I didn't attach the lavalier to it. I just put the little fuzzy thing on me. So let's go ahead and get cranking here. Got my laptop over here to the right for live chats. So, feel free to super chat, and I'll read it as soon as I finish playing the hole. But let's go ahead and hop in here. So we're going to do TPC Sawgrass. Just going to do some stroke play. If you're not familiar with stroke play is one of the most common ways to play golf. It's just you're going out and seeing who has the lowest score. You've probably heard of pars, you've probably heard of birdies, eagles, holes in ones. So we're going to do TPC Sawgrass, and we're going to do stroke play. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started here. Let's see, I've already selected TPC, so I don't know why. Okay. So now we're going to do play. And there's this guy, the character that was created for this. And in the bag, I've just got the standard. I've got a driver. I've got a 3-wood. I've got a 5-wood. I've got a 4 through 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I got a sand wedge, a gap wedge, a lob wedge, and of course a putter. So we're going to go ahead and hit the R3 to begin this round here. Had a lot of people tuning in, so yeah, feel free to comment. Again, this is a live show. I've got my laptop right here with the live comments, so we can interact in real time here. So let's go ahead and get this hit off here. Let's see what the shot looks like. That's a pretty solid drive, 292 yards. So I'm going to hit. I'm just going to hit obviously my driver. So let's go ahead and knock this sucker out there. Let's see, one. Uh-oh. Okay, actually that's going to be good. I was afraid I misstruck it. Okay, so right down the middle of the fairway there. We're going to be in good shape. We'll get on the green here. Let's see what we got. We've got 125 to the pin, 116. Probably going to go in front of it. It looks like the green rolls off to the left, so I don't want to mess with that. So 116 yards. I'm going to hit I'm just going to do my pitching wedge here. Let's see. See how this pans out here. Could have been a little bit closer to the cup, but you know, I can't complain. I'm on the green, so you know, no complaints there. No complaints there at all. So let's see if I can get this birdie. One thing about putting, if you're not familiar with putting, let's see. Okay, so if you're not familiar with putting, there's all sorts of variables that come into play. There's a type of grass. Has it rained recently? Is it dry? Has the green recently been aerated? You know, there's a lot of factors that come into play. So you can see here these little grids, and you can see it's got a slight, it's going to bleed a little bit to the right, is my interpretation. Now that's not too far to the right, but I am going to compensate accordingly. So I'm going to go over to the left just a hair here, to the left of the cup, and now we're going to try to get a gentle putt here. Apologize, I was grilling some burgers and I was cooking some. I was grilling some burgers, but I was cutting some sausages for a charcuterie plate before dinner, and I cut my fingertip down to the bone, which that hurt. But the good thing is that most of the action in this is going to be with the right stick. So if my golf game's not 100% on point today, I will claim injury as being the culprit. So let's go ahead and put this in here. Missed it. This guy missed his missed his birdie. But he got a par. You know, in the real world, if I can get a par, I'm pretty happy. I mean, normally I'm a birdie golfer. But what's interesting about this, and again, obviously this is a golf video game. This is PGA Tour 2021 by 2K Sports. But if you know the real game of golf, and I've been playing golf my entire life, so if you understand the club selection and this, that, and the other, when you pick up a game like this, you really appreciate how how realistic it is. I mean, this is a very realistic golf simulator. So we're going to do 292 yards. Driver, you know, typically, and it's saying up there in the top right, it's saying about 291 yards that I could get out of this if it was well struck, which in the real world, that's probably about right. You know, typically I'll hit a long drive anywhere from 280. I've had some as long as 315 yards, but you know, it's just a matter of a lot of factors come into play, including the conditions. Because if you've got freshly cut fairway that's really dry, that ball after it hits is going to roll. So you're going to get additional yardage after it makes contact with the fairway. Let's go ahead and tee off here. Okay, that's looking good. That is definitely looking good. Let's see what we're looking at here. We're looking at 206 to the pin. 206 to the pin. Now see this situation. So I've got a 5 wood here. This is a situation where I can expect a little bit of roll. So if I get if this is a well struck shot, that's why I'm lined up in front of the green, in front of the pin rather. Now I didn't hit that great, but let's see what it does. Actually, that turned out decent. You know, anytime you can be within, what I do when I'm putting, I visualize a steering wheel around the green. And if you can get, you know, even for longer putts, if you're not fixated upon the cup, in some situations you have to be, you know, if you're playing in a tournament. But for the most part, I just imagine a steering wheel around the hole. And if I'm doing a 20-foot putt, 30-foot putt, then I'm just getting inside of that steering wheel, and then if I can do that, I can pretty much guarantee myself that I will probably 2-putt it. You know, I'm not trying to get it in, one stroke sometimes. But this right here, for example, this is a this is definitely a one stroke. You don't want to miss this. Now it is going to fade to the right just a little bit, so I didn't compensate enough. See, I missed that. I mean, this is a very realistic golf simulator. Yeah, so the putt that I missed was an eagle putt because that was a par 5. So an eagle on a par 5 would be a 3. If I'd gotten that in 3 strokes, I would have had an eagle, but I ended up with a birdie instead, which is, that's acceptable. But I missed an eagle, and that's disappointing. Let's see what we got here. 172 to the flag. I'm gonna do a 6-iron. It's gonna come up a little bit short, I think. Maybe not. Actually, I hit it stronger than I should have. Okay. Well, that's not good. When you're going when you miss the green with a par 3, you got problems. So see, now I got to compensate a little bit because see, you can see the direction of see those lines are kind of going that way. That's an indication that when the ball, because I'm doing a lob wedge here, when the ball is struck and it lands, it's probably going to go to the right. So see, now I got to get this for a par. I'm going to compensate to the left just a tad, but not much. He missed a par. I mean, that's the thing. I mean, even in a golf simulator, you can have a poor game. I mean, there's no professional golfer that should be playing bogey golf. I mean, this guy, which is, my character here, this guy's already missed. He's missed an eagle opportunity. he made a bogey on a par 3. I mean, come on. But I mean, this is TPC Sawgrass, so this is not your everyday easy course. I mean, to play. Haven't played it in real life. I played a bunch of courses. I played Wailea, Kapalua, probably two of the most recognizable courses. Let's see, 65 to the pin, 61. So I'm hitting a sand wedge, which estimated, according to this, probably going to be about 61 yards. But it'll be better to play safe and be in front of the pin. If it rolls into the cup, that's great. But I don't want to go past because you can see there's bunkers off the other side of the green, and that would not be a good thing to be in. So I think this is going to work. Wow. Okay, that's incredible. So he got a birdie, so that's counteracted the bogey that was achieved on the par 3. It's a really cool game. I've really enjoyed this. And by the way, if you play in this live show series, I'm not just going to focus upon this golf game. Again, this is a PGA Tour 2021, and it's just a really cool game. But if you play this and you want to compete with me live, just shoot me a message. You can chat in the live chat, and we'll try to figure out a time to do it because I love this. Okay, that's looking good. Okay, right in the middle of the fairway. So here, it's given a tip. It says, remember, you can change the type of shot you perform at any time with, yeah. So you can really with this game, you can really become technical with your shot type. So this definitely has some more advanced features than a lot of the other golf games that you may have been accustomed to playing. Let's see here. Going to pin some merchandise up on the top of the chat. Let's see here. Okay, so we're going to, I think that's going to be pretty good. Okay, right there to the, well, kind of flew the pin, but, you know, at least it's on the green. And at least it's going to be a, you know, a makeable putt. Okay, so if I get this, I'll go 2 under. I'm 1 under par right now. So you can see it's gonna break to the left. So I'm going to go to the right, considerable amount. Also, this is downhill, so I don't want to overpower it because it could just run away. That's probably going to be short. Yeah, and it was improperly aligned. So I should have compensated more. And that's just, every green is different. And something you may not know about golf in real life is that with, hold on, I'm going to putt and I'll tell you. Hit it too hard. With golf in real life, they changed what's referred to as the pin placement. So this right here is the green, obviously, that I'm on. And you'll see if you go to a golf course, if you've never played golf, you'll see the little circular things where the pin used to be. And they'll change it on a daily basis. Most golf courses will change it on a daily basis. And where that pin position is on the green affects how the hole is played. You know, sometimes it may be in the very back of the green. Sometimes it may be in the front. Sometimes it may be in the middle. But that green's probably not perfectly flat. So there's probably certain spots of the green where if they place the cup there, that it makes it more challenging because you're having to anticipate, you know, how the ball is going to roll on the green when you're putting, and not just when you're putting, but also when you're approaching the green. So that's there's a lot of technical aspects of this game. And let's see, that's looking good. Right down the middle. Maybe he'll come back and get a birdie here. IrixGuy, is Craig coming to the stream today? I don't think so. I have no idea. Yeah, this is a golf stream. Let's see. Okay, 69 yards, 74 to the pin. Let's see here. That's not going to be that good, I don't think. I think it's going to be short. Well, maybe not. Actually, it's not too bad. Yeah, I want to remind everyone, if you want to, you know, this is a live stream, so you can comment, and you know, I'm happy to share golf tips. You got it. Got a birdie. And by the way, there's my little screen name on here. I'm Govna706. Yeah, this is PGA Tour 2021 from 2K Sports. I'm playing it on the PlayStation 5, but it's available. I think it's available on some other consoles as well. This is actually I think this is a PS4 game, but I'm playing it on the PS5. So looks really good, I think. And I mean, this stream, whoa, I bet hopefully that bunker doesn't come into play. Yeah, I bet this stream is, he took a lucky bounce. This is in 1080p, my live stream is, so how's the quality? Is the video quality good? Is the audio quality good? Everything coming through okay? Let's see, 137, 95%. That's going to be short, I think. No? Well, that's going to work. Okay, he's got a long putt. It's going to fade to the left slightly, so I'm going to compensate going to the right just a little bit. And it is downhill, so you don't want to overpower it. The best watch to wear while playing this game is I'm wearing a Sub 114060. I think that's probably the best watch because it's just really comfortable, and if it starts raining, you can get it wet. Doesn't matter. Okay, so he's still 1 under. Eagle, the video quality is good. That's great, man. Is the audio quality good? Because I'm using a wireless microphone. Okay, 224 yards, 242 to the pin. But keep in mind, if this 3-wood is well struck, it's going to roll a little bit. So that's why I've got it positioned more towards the front of the green and not actually going towards the pin. 99% power, so that's probably going to be about right. As long as it takes a bounce to the left. Oh man, look at that. Look at that. That's impressive. Yeah, and green in regulation just means this, for example, is a par 3. So green in regulation on a par 3 would be your shot from the tee box. So that'd be one shot. One shot, you got to be on the green. And then also, he said, yes, audio is also very good. Appreciate that. So green in regulation on a par 4 would be 2 strokes. Green on regulation in a par 5 would be 3 strokes. And keep in mind, with golf, there's par 3s, which means you get it in 3 strokes, you get a par, which is 0. You get 2 strokes, like this right here. If I make this putt, I'll have a birdie, which is 1 under par. So that'll be 2 on a par 3. So let's go ahead. We can see the green's it's kind of feeding to the right just a little bit, nothing too severely. So we're going to compensate just a little bit. We don't want to overly compensate. And see, I didn't compensate enough, and I just missed the birdie putt. So that's not good. That is not good at all. I mean, when you get a tee shot like that, and you're just a few feet from the pin, and then you miss a birdie putt, it makes you look stupid. Sadly, this is a simulated golf game, but it's very similar to my actual golf game in real life. So that's what I like about this. They've done an exceptionally excellent job with making this a realistic. I don't consider this to be I mean, obviously it is a video game, but this is something that you could play and also potentially improve your real world golf game, because a lot of the club selection, the types of approach shot, types of approach shots, it all provides value. See right here? That's where I'm going. I don't want to go long, because if I go long, I could end up in that water, and then you're going to take a stroke penalty. Actually, what I'm going to do to be safe, I'm going to go ahead and take it over here to the left a little bit. That way, if it runs, because the driver, if it's well struck, it could easily go past 300. And if it went past 300 and I had the original shot placement selected, then it would be, that water hazard would potentially come into play, and that's not a good thing. And see, I hit that very well. So you're going to see this is going to roll. Yeah, see, it rolled. And if I hadn't compensated for that, this probably would have gone in the water, or it would have been in the rough. And that's another thing, when you're dealing with golf, you get in the rough. So the fairway is where you want to be. That's the well-cut, where I am right now, the well-manicured grass. And you can see in the top right, it indicates fairway. So that's the short grass. That's where, even if you're not a professional golfer, if you're just a semi-serious golfer, you want to be in the fairway. The rough, you can see here, it's right beside the fairway. Typically, rough is just a few inches longer than the fairway grass, but the ball buries itself more, which means when you're taking a shot out of the rough, your distance and your accuracy is going to be reduced. Then you get into some really nasty stuff. You get in dirt. You get in trees with leaves and pine cones and all that. It can get really challenging. So let's see what we got here. So we're going to do. Obviously, let's see. We probably can't make the green. Now, if we go there, there's not a lot of margin for error on the left. So I think I'm going to position this just a little bit to the right. And I may have made a mistake. No, I didn't. It's going to be fine. It took a good bounce. But if it had continued forward, if it didn't have that slight elevation past the fairway, that would have been a mistake. Okay, so now, let's see, 48 to the pin. I'm right in front. Let's see, I'm going to hit a lob wedge, which is approximately 53 yards. So now in a situation like this, let's see, we're gonna try to not overpower it here. Let's see, and I may have. Oh no, it may be okay. Oh, that's not bad. Okay, so this is for birdie. Now you can see there's a slight feed to the right. You can see those little. It's really cool how they do this. They've got the little visual things that are going to the right, and if it's a more intense decline. If it's a more intense decline, they'd be moving a little bit faster. But you can see I've got kind of an uphill to the pin, but then I've got a downhill to the right, but it's not drastic. So I'm just going to barely compensate to the left here. It's those short putts like that, and he made it, got the birdie. Now I'm 2 under for the round, but it's short putts like that if you miss, you're really going to feel stupid. I mean, not only are you going to feel stupid, but the people you're playing with are. Now, if we could only get Archie to golf with you, now that'd be fun, and I'd be up for that. If he could get, if he had a PlayStation, that'd be pretty fun. Wow. Uh-oh. See, you can see the rough. Oh, see, now I'm in the rough. See how that grass is a little bit taller than the fairway? That's called the rough. So he's in the rough, and that's why he's mad, because, overpowered that. So this is going to play, but see, it says light rough. So again, this is just the grass. It's slightly taller than the fairway grass. So, not too much of a concern. I've still got a straight shot at the pin. Let's see, I'm going to hit a gap wedge. About 108 yards carry, but I got to compensate for the rough, which may reduce the distance just a little bit. But let's see what we can get here. Okay, that's looking pretty good. See how it comes out here. No. Oh, bad bounce. Now, see, I'm on the rough on the side of the green. That's not good. Okay, so. That was not well played at all. Not at all. And don't forget, everyone, y'all can super chat if you want to. This is a live stream. Helps support the channel. I'm going to be doing a lot of live streams with golf and other types of content as well. But this is just something new that I wanted to put together for us. Oh, he missed it. Terrible. Absolutely terrible. Now he's putting for bogey. So now, see that? So bogey is 1 over par. So now instead of being 2 under for the round, I'm only 1 under for the round, which is, for a normal golfer, that's not too bad. For a professional, I mean, 1 under for the 11th hole is pretty much unacceptable. So that's where he is right now. Let's see, 292. Now, let's see, if I do go, this is pretty safe to be on this side of the fairway. If I go to the left, those bunkers will come into play. Fly Right Drones, the king is live. Hey, Irish guy. Fly Right Drones, always good to have you, sir. Welcome aboard. Playing some golf today. Let's go ahead and get this off the tee box here. Boom. That seems to be well struck. We'll see what happens here. Yes, right in the fairway. Just what I wanted. Just what I wanted. That's great. Okay, now, let's see. So, this is going to, hitting a 3-wood here is going to carry a little bit further. So I don't want to go for the pin. As you can see, I positioned it quite a few yards in front of the pin, anticipating that when this hits, it's going to roll. I don't want to roll. I don't want to go to the right because then the water hazard will come into play. I don't want to go to the left because that's not the green. And I don't want to roll past because if I do, that sand trap that goes behind the green also is going to come into play, and that's not going to be good. So we're going to go right here and hope this works. I may have overpowered it. Oh, actually, that'll play nicely. Could have been closer to the pin, but you know, when you're on the green and you're not in the water or the sand, you can't beat that. Where is Watch Cardinal Marco? I have no idea, man. I do not know. Everybody's welcome to join, though. Just shoot them a message. Say, hey, join the live stream. You can see it's going to it's going to roll to the left a little bit closer to the cup. But see, this is challenging because closer to the cup, it's going to the left. Closer to me, it's feeding to the right. So I've kind of got this and then that. This is where greens get challenging. See, I missed it. Yeah, I mean, some of these putts are just hard to make. This one's pretty much straight on. So didn't have to put a lot of thought into that one. But that other one should have been an eagle. I missed the eagle opportunity, ended up with a birdie. But again, you know, this is pretty accurate representation of how I play in the real world. So it's actually, I've really found this to be really interesting. Okay, we want to go to the left a little bit, but not too much because we don't want to make that trap come into play. Obviously, the green is out of reach. So we're just going to see how this goes. Looking good so far. In the fairway, you can't beat that. Okay, so let's see. Gap wedge, yeah, that's about right. And there's a lot of advanced things you can do with this, which I've still got to figure out. You can put spin on the ball, backspin, control how it behaves when it hits the green. Now see, this one's going to trickle to the left, and I may need to compensate even a little bit more. I hope I didn't overly compensate. We'll see. See, I didn't compensate enough. When you've got a green that's moving in all different directions, it gets really challenging. And he's still got a par, but a par is not good enough. IrixGuy, have you tried on the 124060? Haven't seen it in any ADs, man. Have you? Have you tried it on? You know, curiously enough, that one uses AR, anti-reflective coating. That's something a lot of people don't know about the new Submariner reference. Uh-oh. Okay, it's going to be a wicked putt. This is for birdie. So again, it looks like everything's feeding to the right. This is going to be a 60-foot putt. So, you know, again, thinking of that steering wheel, it's unrealistic to assume that I would make a 60-foot putt. It can happen. And that's going to be short. But, and see, even that's not good. I mean, that's, ideally you want to be within a radius about like this, or a diameter like this. You know, think of the cup as the face, and then you got a steering wheel around it. If you can get something in that area, you can pretty much almost always make the putt, and that's what matters. Oh, see, he overpowered it, so he hit the pin. Ended up with a bogey. That's terrible. Let's see, I was offered the 126610 in June. Purchased it at retail from AD. Very cool. So, do you like it? Do you have any complaints? Is there stuff you like better about it, or do you think that I know it's got a 72-hour power reserve, and that's super nice, man. Just a reminder, I can use whatever club I want. Actually, their club selection has been pretty much on point. That's why I haven't changed. Okay, driver, obviously. Yeah, that's what I want to hit. Now, you can change. That's the club change, but there's a few things you can change. Let's see, where did I go to do that? You can change your view. Oh, it's got a practice swing. Look at that. You hold down the right stick, you can do a practice swing. Okay, so I'm going to disengage the practice swing. We're going to go ahead and do the real swing here. Boom. Prefer the thinner lugs versus my 116610. Both are great watches. Yeah, I've got the 114060, which definitely even though this is a 40 instead of a 41, the lugs are more pronounced. I think the best proportions right now are in the Black Bay 58. I think they did a really good job with that. Okay, so we're going to do a. Oh, okay. See, you could change the type of shot. If I hit right, you can do normal. Obviously, I'm not going to do a chip. But if I was closer, I might choose one of those options. I'm just going to do normal. So it's 162 to the pin. 7 irons expected to be about 100. The way that this guy hits, it's supposed to be about, 160 yards. I think that's a safe approach. Now, see, those trees could come into play if you didn't hit it well. Kind of long. I didn't want it to be that long. At least it stayed on the green. That's going to be a challenging putt. Oh, he's not on the green. He's on the fringe. So we're going to chip. Ooh, that was almost too hard. Okay, so still 1 under, but coming up on 15. So this is not an exceptionally well played round at all. Let's see what we get here. 291 yards. I think I'm going to take this to the right just a hair, but not enough to where it could roll into the sand trap. And let's see what we get here. That's looking good. I probably should have gone a little bit further right because, see, now those trees are going to come into play, and that's not good. If I was further to the right, I would have had a better, well, maybe not. No, actually, those trees don't come into play because it's right here. I was thinking the hole was over there. Okay, so this looks good. That made a divot. You can see the divot, and it's going to roll off the green. So now I'm going to be doing a chip shot. So that's not exciting. This is a chip for birdie. I need to compensate a little bit to the left. Way too short. Okay. Too hard. So see, now he's no longer 1 under, he's even. So just even par. I mean, that's, for a non-professional golfer, that's not bad, but, for someone that plays a lot, even par is not that great. So again, I will say this game is very, very realistic. I mean, this is more like I would say it's more like a golf simulator than a video game. And now, see, I'm in the rough. Because you definitely don't, I mean, it's not like you can just, you can't play this and not know what you're doing. Let's put it that way. That's going to be a horribly long putt. Now this is for eagle, which eagle would be a 3 on a par 5. Obviously, this is a par 5. Oh. He missed the eagle, but he should get the birdie, which will put me back to 1 under. So 1 under par. We're on hole number 17. Obviously, a golf course has 18 holes. This is one of the most famous holes. Let's see, 141. There's very little margin for error on this hole. This green's kind of going that way and then that way, but I think it's going to cancel it out. So I think pretty much a straight putt. Oh, missed it. Yeah, I always wear a watch while golfing. I wear, let's see. I'll wear a Tudor. I'll wear the Submariner. I'll wear Ulysses Nardin. Let's see, what else do I wear? I'll wear a Seamaster. I'll wear the Seamaster. I will not wear the Panerai or the Super Avenger just because they're too big. I'll wear the JJ LeCoultre. Sometimes I'll wear that. Obviously, nothing on the leather strap because if it starts raining, it get wet and don't want that. Okay, so here we go. Hole number 18. $151 to the pin. This is for birdie. It's going to go to the right just a little bit, I think. Of course, he misses the birdie putt on the 18th hole. It's no good. Almost missed that putt because he overpowered it. So 1 under for 18, that's not bad. I mean, for a professional golfer, it would be pitiful. So I unlocked some sort of new golf club. And I earned 250, whatever that is. Are you coming on the Archie live stream this week? Hopefully so, man. I'll try. I'll try to make one of them. I'll see. I'll see what I can do. Okay, so I got some experience points. Yeah, that was exciting. And that was TPC Sawgrass. So just wanted to do a live stream and 18 holes of golf. We're going to be doing a lot of these. So, obviously for all these streams, I'll have my laptop right here so we can interact in real time, and hopefully you learn a few things about the game of golf. And, again, don't forget to super chat. If you come into the live stream, feel free to super chat if you want to, not required, but, always appreciated. And other than that, let's see, I'm going to put together a tutorial and explain how I set up my live stream, because this is something, whether you're streaming golf games or maybe you're streaming, another type of video game, this is something that could be potentially useful for you as well. So appreciate your viewership. Again, be sure to subscribe if you haven't already, and ring that bell icon when you do to be notified whenever I post another video. And I'm going to be doing a lot more live streams like this. This is just a new format, something that I just kind of dreamed up and wanted to implement on IrixGuy's Adventure Channel, where you're watching this, youtube.com/IrixGuy. And again, the game I was playing today is PGA Tour 2K, PGA Tour 2021 from 2K Sports. And obviously I asked for permission prior to live streaming this content. But it's a really great golf game. Even if you're not a golfer in real life, this is something that you may want to pick up, because it's so much fun. I mean, it's, as you've seen here, I mean, it's just a great game. It's challenging, but it's easy to manipulate the controls, and I've really enjoyed it. Thanks, GCF, GUVC. Thanks, IrixGuy. Thank you for tuning in. And everybody, y'all be safe. And see y'all in the next live stream. See you later.